everyone. I have a question for you. Did you know that in Cambodia's river, fish are swimming with clothing? Yeah, that's true. So 20% of rivers and 60% of landfills are filling with textile waste. Yeah, it's crazy that actually textile waste in landfills are more than plastic. The real question is, where did it come from? And who did it belong to? So that's why today I'm here to talk about the global issue of textile waste. And this issue is very important for me because I'm actually working into that field. I'm a fashion designer, and I feel I have the responsibility and the needs to actually help this issue and bring a better future for Cambodia. So today, let's go deeper into the layers of textile waste. So textile waste isn't just about a garment that outlived the purpose. It's also how they have a big impact on the lands of Cambodia, the air, the water, and mostly our people. So let's go deeper into this and have a background check on textile waste and what is textile waste. For example, factory second. Factory second are pieces that are not perfect at all in factory. Sometimes they have little spot on the fabric, or they have seams that are a little bit crooked. And this is factory second. So it means that it cannot be sold in the market, which is sad because in the end, it will not affect the way I wear the clothes. So it can totally be sold. Also, after the garment is made, usually have trims, offcuts, and leftover fabrics. Because when you're putting the pattern on the fabrics before cutting, you have those small space in between. And these are very tiny pieces of clothes. But what are we going to do with this? I think all of you guys think that we cannot do something with it because it's almost like tiny, very small pieces of fabric. So people, what they're doing with it are getting thrown away. But I think there's a better solution. And if you're thinking into an innovative and creative way to think that it's possible to do something with it, you can do something beautiful. I think it's the perspective and the potential that you can see on something that people may overlook. And there's also another point is, I think all of you guys know about fashion. I feel like, you all wearing clothes, so in the end, everyone knows fashion about. So I think most of you kind of follow influencer, following Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week. You're all following the trends and the latest pieces of a collection, right? So we all know that sometimes, I wish I can have this piece of this collection because this is the season of summer and this one is from winter, so I need to get it, This kind of feelings. This is culture where we want to buy and buy more and more. But then what about the old clothes? The old clothes are getting left behind. But sometimes your old clothes are still in perfect condition. And that's the problem. Is when you're buying more and more, but your clothes are still in perfectly good condition. And that is something that will add on the textile waste issue, from the lands, from the rivers, and the oceans. So when I'm talking about this, you can see that this is a very serious issue that is impacting all of us in different fields. Whether you are in music, whether you are a CEO for a big company or something, this is a topic that is touching any one of us. And this is not only the real problem. The real problem is not only about visible pollution, but it's also about the pollution of textile that is synthetic materials, like nylon, polyester. These are microplastic. So in the end, it means that it will be harder to break them down even. And it will stay even longer into the environment. So as you can see, we are not close enough, like even a bit of a circular fashion in Cambodia. And also the solution right now are either with dumping them in the landfills or in the river, like I told you, or the main and common solution that we're doing is to burn the clothes. Easy, right? Burning, disappear, done. But what about the air pollution and public health? Do you think that when you're living next to this kind of factory, you want to smell the burn of clothes? I don't think so. So that's why it's kind of alarming. And imagine I'm talking to you about this, but yeah, young Cambodian people hearing about this of their own country, they are seeing that something is wrong about this. Something is wrong with the community. And even when it's even worse when people are increasing the consumption about clothes. But I'm here today to talk about this with you guys. As a fashion designer and representing the local designer in Cambodia with the Remade in Cambodia team, we would like to make you believe that we're trying to turn this Cambodian's burden to a Cambodian's pride. So for the next 20 years, I would tell you I don't have miracle solution. What we envision for the next 20 years is to bring more and more people together in this project. So first solution or idea would be that in the next 20 years with Remain in Cambodia, we want to open upcycle center. Those centers will be open around the country in Cambodia, and we will bring all the clothes from the river, stocking them in this like a warehouse, and working with amazing creative minds to see what we can change about that. How we can change these old clothes to another life. We need to bring life to these. These are here in the river, in the landfills for a reason, but we need to take care of it ourselves. And also a solution that can be fast to implement is to put special bins around the country. Those bins I got witness here in France because I'm from France and I happen to work for a corporate company about fashion and sustainability. And those bins are actually something that will be around the country, and people who don't want the clothes anymore, instead of throwing them away, they will put these clothes into those bins. And us, as Remade in Cambodia, we will collect them and bring this to the warehouse and treat them ourselves. So that's what we want to do for the future in the next 20 years. There's also another point that made me come in Cambodia because of this reason is education. I believe that every child, every kid, and the next generation deserve education. This is the future for Cambodia in the next 20 years. So that's why we would like to open classes, or even better, a school for design, but zero waste design sustainability classes. This is where we're gonna, not only designers, like fashion designers, but every artist in Cambodia to make it more sustainable for the future. So all these solutions are very, they have something in common. This point is community. The solution or the idea is community. I can talk about this from the past, the present, and the future, but for me, community is the biggest strength to make it happen. Because I believe that I work so hard with many people, and I wouldn't even be there on stage or in Copenhagen that is sending me for representing my country for the first time ever. And then it's because the whole community worked together for this. So that's why this transitioned me to community events. In the next few years, we will also like to settle a Phnom Penh Fashion Week in Cambodia, where we would like to highlighting Cambodia's art, fashion, especially with all the young designers that you all may know one in Cambodia. And these events will highlight also the art that we're doing and the handmade clothes that we can do in Cambodia and the textile design that we can do. We're also doing an event that we established actually 2 years ago. And this event is very important because this is what we're doing right now. This is the only solution now. This is Earth Day. On Earth Day next year, I'm inviting you guys. 2024, we're doing a fashion show. It may be simple like this, but it's not. Because we all know that fashion shows are all glitter and all shows and everything. But what we're doing in the backstage is more important. So these fashion shows are very different because we're collecting the clothes from the river with a company. And then we're sending them to a cleaning company that treating them to being able to make collection with it. And then we're giving them to designers, young local designers, to highlight the talent of them. After this, they're gonna upcycle the clothes, finding solution to revive and giving a new life for them. So this part is very important because as a designer, the process is different. As a designer, when you are designing a clothes, you are thinking to actually make the clothes. So from the mood board, the concept, and then making samples and creating the clothes. But how are you going to design when the clothes is already in front of you? So this is also changing the process of design. The process of how you're going to think a collection with clothes that you already have in front of you. So the process is interesting. It's not harder, it's just different because we are not used to design like this. So that is important to actually think in the other way for a better future. So today, I want to tell about how with Remain in Cambodia and Revive Studio, we are passionate about this, and we would like to invite all of you to believe in this, and let's together have this process complete together. I know it will take more than 20 years. 20 years is not enough. 20 years is like tomorrow, you know. It feels like 20 years is a long time. But the textile issue has been there like since forever, you know. So that's why we don't have time anymore. We don't have time to think, oh, we have 20 years, so in 10 years I would do this, and in 15 years I would do this. Because what we need to do is right now. We need to take action right now. So that's why we've remained in Cambodia. We're taking action now by already processing all the idea that I'm going to tell you now. And I would like also to say that even if you think that you don't know anything about fashion, you don't know anything about sustainability or circular fashion, that is okay. Because everyone can help and everyone idea matter. So I want to say that this and this is amazing. These projects are made by young designers. This is the generation that is coming hard, and this is the future of Cambodia. So that's why for the next generation and for your grandchild, your children or something, we need to make it better. I know that my idea may be simple in a way, but this is what we can do locally in a smaller scale. But I believe if I can do this, I can do something big like this with the Remain in Cambodia team. Everyone can join in to share idea to improve this collect of textile waste. And what I want to say is, don't believe that you all not matter at all in this situation. If you are not helping or not, if this not doing anything to you, I think there's a problem. Because this is concerning our country. From France, and why I decided to come here, you know. It's because I feel like there's a big potential in Cambodia for a greener future. And that's why I came here 2 years ago to quit my life in France. Why? As a young designer, Paris is the perfect city for fashion, right? But I came in Cambodia because I know that something is coming in Cambodia in 20 years, that I want to be here and to be part of it to help this country because I believe in this. And if we are all here together with idea, it's because we all believe the same. So that's why today I want to extend an invitation to all of you guys for this fashion show next year. And if you really want to talk to us about this, if you're interested more about the textile waste, please follow us on social media or talk to me or Jamie, who's in the audience, and we will have the pleasure to talk about this with all of you guys. Thank you so much. Akon Chan.